Have a heart, people. This is Joe Rogan speaking with Duncan Trussell on the most recent episode of the GRE.
Immigration thing, the way it looks is horrific. When you're just arresting people in front of their kids and just normal, regular people that have been here for 20 years, that everybody who has a heart can't get along with that.
No.
Everybody who has a heart sees that and goes, that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be the only way to do this.
Right.
It looks like the immigration optics is starting to get to Joe Rogan, and the optics do look bad. And if you're a long-term listener to Rogan, I don't feel like his stance on the immigration issue changed much. It's just that when the immigration mass deportation stuff started to come in together, what were we told? We were told, get the criminals, the worst of the worst. But what we're seeing is not the criminals, not the worst of the worst. We're just seeing them grab anybody to kind of meet their quota. The quota was at 3,000 a day. And for them to get to that quota, they just got to just grab whoever they can. And Stephen Miller even said that, hey, why are you guys doing all these criminal investigations? It would be a lot easier and faster if you just went to Home Depot and go to, I guess, apartment complexes with Black Hawk helicopters and just start zip tying kids to meet the quota. The quota is the problem here because they didn't have this optics problem until Stephen Miller told them they needed to get to 3,000 a day. And for them to get to 3,000 a day, you need to start grabbing whoever you can. They're just grabbing people off the street, stopping whoever that doesn't look like they belong. Some of these people have been here for 20 plus years, and of course, like, they don't even speak the language. Some of them, they have no roots back there at all. Their whole life is here in America. And the other day I had to explain to my wife. She saw a headline that they're deporting them to Africa, right? And she was like, why are they sending them to Africa? And I was like, well, it's because they don't belong back where they were. Just because they're from, like, I don't know, El Salvador or Mexico or wherever, doesn't mean they have any roots there. And then she's like, well, what kind of roots do they have in Africa? And I was like, the same roots they have over there, because, like, where are you supposed to send them? If you really think about it, they send them back there. What are they supposed to do? They have nothing. So I guess I was telling her, it makes no difference if you send them back to South America or to Africa. And Africa, I guess they want them to do whatever, I guess labor camps, or who knows what happens after they get deported, because they just send them wherever. It looks bad. There's the apartment complex. I want to talk more about the apartment complex, because they just basically went to the apartment complex, stormed the whole thing, and because there were supposedly gang members in there, and maybe they are, maybe they aren't, and that they arrested, was it like 37 people? But the fact that they went in there and it didn't matter if you were a gang member or not, illegal American or illegal or an immigrant, it didn't matter. If you had a warrant, that was the talking point, right? If you had a warrant, they're arresting you. That's dragnet operations. And I don't know if you guys know, law enforcement are not allowed to do dragnet operations because it's illegal. Because imagine if you're in that apartment complex, or you're in a community, right? And they just come in, they bust down the doors, and then they look for a crime to charge you with. And I believe that's how they got up to the 37 arrests, right? They basically went and they go, oh, this person has a warrant for this, get them. That person has a warrant for that, get them. And of course, maybe they were supposed to report or whatnot, but it also goes to, they are looking for something to charge you with. And if you think about it, if they start doing that to other big communities, they will find something. If they're looking for a crime to charge you with, they'll find something. Who knows what it is? Maybe you have something in your apartment, when they kick down the door and they, oh, you have that over there, you're not supposed to have that, you're arrested. And boom, they take that up from 37 to 38. It's performative, right? They're just trying to get the numbers in. As I was saying before, the quota, 3,000 a day, is a big problem because they're not doing any investigative work to find any criminals. They're just finding people to arrest, to capture, to get to their number, 3,000 a day. And they know it doesn't look good. They know people are starting to turn on them. And that's why they're doing, promo videos now, right? For this operation. They used Theo Von for this.
Heard you got deported, dude. Bye.
Podcaster Theo Von called out the Department of Homeland Security for using footage of him in a video touting deportations. Von posted on social media that he didn't approve of DHS posting the video seemingly without his permission.
And they know people like Theo Von. Theo Von is loved on the internet, right? And if they can attach his name to this operation, maybe they can swing a few people. And Theo Von addressed this situation on one of the recent episodes of his podcast this past weekend. And, Theo Von seems like he's a nice, decent guy. I mean, there's a lot of scenes of him. If you tell Theo Von a sad story, he will tear up. He seems like a guy that has heart. And that's, in a way, that's why people like him. And there's a good chance if you have compassion, if you have heart, you can't see images of people getting thrown to the floor, getting arrested. It seems like they don't look like criminals. That's what it is. They don't look like criminals. And what is the major talking point? Oh, they're all criminals. Yeah, but as we were talking before, some of these people, spent the last 20 years of their lives here. Most of their lives here. They have nothing back there. And they spend their last 20 years here just doing whatever, just regular work that they would do. And they're contributing. They're not standing. Yes, if you go to Home Depot, there are some of them that, like the day workers, they're just standing around. But most of them, and even the day workers, right? They are doing jobs that no one else is doing. That's why they're standing there, right? People, they wouldn't be standing there if there wasn't a contractor or a construction site person or a homeowner that needed some drywall done, some painting done, some roofing done, that needed them, right? And this person doesn't want to pay a big company to do it. They want to get at the best rate that they can get, and the work is decent, right? They're providing a service to the community. Imagine how much drywall does not get done without these guys.
If you've been here for 25 years, you have a family, your kids go to school here, you speak the language, you're just illegal. But you're a contributing member to the community that up until now has been protected. This is crazy to ask lower income and middle income people who are, kind of getting by, and then all of a sudden you're about to ship them to a country where they've never been.